Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee and Conversation right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Ria. I am your host, and today I am joined with Chad de Wit from South Africa, correct?
I'm from South Africa, but currently speaking to you from Malta.
Nice. Malta, how is it?
Big rock, but it's beautiful. Weather is absolutely phenomenal. I love the fact that their winters are, like the summer in South Africa to some extent. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, you have a company called Green Yacht Crew Solutions, and we spoke a little bit off air about the fact that how you help crew is all through social media. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, love to. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, for having me, give me this opportunity to speak out because, I'm a strong believer in social media. I'm a strong believer in using your resources. As a recently accredited life coach, level 4, meaning that, I've done a year's university degree in the space of 3 months. And what they taught me in this actual course as well is the power of social media and how to use it. I've invested over $10,000 in courses. So I'll elaborate on that a bit more, meaning that Instagram alone sees 2.6 billion users monthly. Okay, who owns Instagram? Facebook owns Instagram. People do not understand, especially Yaris, they do not understand the power that social media presents. The first thing, if anyone can actually argue this fact with me, I'd take you on any time of the day. The first thing that someone does when they wake up in the morning is they check their social media. The first thing that a crew member does when they go for their tea breaks in the morning, they check their social media. The first thing they do before they actually physically change a song, they check their social media, cheeky, okay? The power of social media is not being used correctly in the yachting industry, and it's my goal to help Green Yacht Crew expose themselves, and not, or expose is maybe not the best word, but in the sense of it is what I do, because I help them put themselves in front of the actual yachting market so that the correct employer employs them, the correct boat sees them, because they will size you up once they physically have your resume. They will size you up, and if you have a bunch of photos that aren't relative to yachting, you will pass your profile on, it'll go to the next guy. So essentially what I do is, in short, I help statement is I help Green Yacht Crew find jobs on yachts via helping setting them up the social blueprint, in short.
So do you find that, is there a difference in different parts of the world in regards to social media? Because it's not just crew themselves that aren't using social media correctly as far as when they're looking for work. But it's the yachting industry as a whole. It seems to be sort of an untapped marketplace.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Especially, in one of my coaching modules, there's a section there, how to use social media, or how the industry is run by social media, but no one knows it. Okay? Because you've got websites, you've got crew agencies, you've got other platforms where you can go look for work. Okay? People post jobs and you can go apply for it. How many people apply for those jobs? Exactly this. Just this morning, I wrote a reference for a guy, and I won't say the actual crew, the agency's name, but I love the agency. They've helped me a lot in the past. It's literally the last block that they gave me is 3,150 crew today applied, or 3,100 crew currently active looking for work. Okay, now that means that there's so many people, so much competition for everyone. Okay, when a boat goes and looks for a crew member, if they are not signed up, or if they don't have an account with the crew agency, they use Facebook. They use Facebook. Most of them are educated, but if they understood the connection between Facebook and Instagram, they would know if they posted it, if they connected their Facebook account with their Instagram account, that post would go on both platforms and it would reach twice as many people. Okay, people use Instagram for editing photos and for searching, for hashtags, etc., etc. People don't understand the power, the reach you can get to social media, and it's not just employer or people looking for work; it's employers as well.
Well, and is there age demographics in regards to each different platform?
Yeah. Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Is there different age demographics for each different platform?
Let me give you all a little trick here, okay? If your ad or your post will not be allowed if you don't choose 18 or if you don't choose 18 to 60 or the actual maximum amount of number. Facebook will take it off because it is discrimination to them. Okay, so there is physically there is there is demographic for us. Okay, the age demographic will be from, I'll say, from 17, because that's when people start hearing the brothers and sisters that are in the industry, or the brothers and sisters of friends. They start now looking at the industry. Okay, maximum. I mean, I was in a conference this weekend, and there was a captain there that was also doing the training. Amazing captain. I mean, he's going to bring in so much positivity for the industry. But him himself, he uses Facebook, and he's 60 plus. So there is a demographic, and it's from 17 and above until you retire. Everyone in between, male, female, head of department, junior deckhand, if you got taught the correct curriculum and the correct system of how to implement it, I guarantee you'll find a job. Not overnight. If you've got experience, you've got a year's experience, and I assist you, or you use the method that I teach people, you will find a job within a week.
So this must be something that is, really well used within the US, because there is no dog walking done in the US. I mean, here there is, in Majorca and Europe, there is quite a bit of dog walking done and still sort of allowed, although they are cutting down on it. But in the States, you literally are, you can go to the networking areas, but, social media is really your only way.
I couldn't agree more. It is literally, I mean, even though, like I said, in Europe, excuse me, there's people messaging me. My phone hasn't stopped, but it's okay. In Europe, especially, they are closing down. I mean, the IYC on TV used to physically be just walk in there. I was on that dock for years. You'd see dock walkers coming with their white polos and their khaki shorts 4 miles ahead. You could see them coming. Okay, can't do it anymore unless you get invited by a boat. So now what they do is they go to the pubs and they ask them without even there's no game, there's no chat. People don't know how to chat. They don't know how to approach or read a situation or just read a room. They don't know how to do it. So it's simply put, Americans use social media more. Okay, well, sorry, I'm not American per se, but the US, okay, because they understand social media more, and they use it for its resources. So that's the only platform you can use. And then the other platform is a bit of dock walking in Italy, and it's just dock walking wherever you can. I'm sitting here thinking what else there is to do. There's not much else to do but create a shocking and engagement-worthy, social media platform, because they will look for you. That's the only way you'll find a job, is if you met a captain, a chief stew, or head of department in the pub, blue lady, bit of marketing there for you. If you meet them, right, and they like you because you're a great crew member, you've got banter, you've got skill, you've got transferable skills, okay, and then they will literally, for you, the next day, or that's as soon as you leave, they'll go on the Facebook. They're like, okay, cool, search his name, mutual friends, text their mutual friends, what do you think about this person? Do you like him? Yay, nay, etc., etc. If they like you, got the job. If they don't, move on to the next person.
I guess it's really hard to hide anything about yourself nowadays because, as you said, I mean, our lives are online. And if you are looking for work within the industry, or any industry for that matter, you have to make sure that what is on the packaging is actually what's going on inside, because people can find out.
And you know what? If you have skeletons in the closet, I myself have had skeletons in the closet, but during my coaching, what my coaching taught me is people love a story. People love a story. If you've got a story to tell, do it. You know how easy it is to write an ebook. You know how easy it is to get a template. You know how easy it is to press 2 buttons on your computer and you speak to your computer and you think a 1,000-word essay is long. Did a 5,000-word essay 2 days ago just because I wanted to. It's because, okay, I have the time, but if you present an ebook, right, to a boat about yourself, an ebook instead of a cover letter, man, I can guarantee you that recruiter will spend a lot more time with you than anyone else because you have engaged, you have committed, and you have invested in yourself and in the industry because you show interest. And the actual skeleton in the closet, simply remove it if it's really that bad. I can't see being that bad, especially the young people. Remove it from from your profile. People don't really. That's the whole point of creating a profile is by taking all of that out. So you just present, the relative and engagement worthy content. Because if you don't do that, people aren't going to be interested.
Well, when it comes to businesses as well, I mean, yachting is sort of notorious for doing a lot of their marketing in magazines and that sort of thing. But I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman, Nick from Alcoholics, and he was saying that yachting is kind of missing a huge marketplace because the ultra high net worth individuals, they don't have a gold plated internet. It's the same internet that everybody uses. So we are all on this beast called social media and the internet. And yet it seems like the yachting industry as a whole, businesses included, aren't taking full advantage of that.
Not at all. I mean, recently I saw a company posting, we'll do your marketing for you for like a charter yacht, let's say, for example. Now, the industry's starting to catch on. Okay, what businesses don't understand what they can do, right, is physically they can see who looks at their profiles through Google Analytics. Okay, it's a free program through Google. It's a free software program. You download it. I studied it. I think it was a 15-page manual of how to read it. It's not a lead extracting tool or CRM. Okay, it is a tool to track how people are using it. So now I could take my two fingers, I literally track my keyboard, and I can see exactly how many page views I had, the locations of people looking at it, the time they spent on it, which pages they viewed, the bounce rate, the average time on it. I'm not going to explain all the terminologies about it because it took me a month to study it, but now I fully understand where everyone's coming from, what they're reading, what they're engaging. Now, if a yachting business could understand that, if they implement it, I'm not saying that no one's doing it, but if they understood how to physically do this, I mean, it's possibilities are endless.
Sorry?
I say the possibilities could be endless if people understood it, if they employed someone, if they invested in someone to physically, cool mate, you the guy that your responsibility today is find out what people are interested in our website, find out where they're coming from, find out what they're reading, and I want to know by the end of the week what I should change. Done.
Well, and I mean, you find that people nowadays, especially because there's a lot of traveling going on, people are on airplanes, people are on yachts, they take their phones and they take their laptops. They don't necessarily carry around books in their back pocket or magazines in their bag, because all of those things are available in handheld, and I mean, every bit of information that you could possibly need on the face of the planet. I mean, even including nowadays, the fact that you are paying with your phone. You don't even need a credit card. You don't even need your bank card. You can actually do all of that just right off your phone. So the days of the printed anything are long gone.
Paper is powerless. Paper is powerless. The paper is powerless. I mean, with my phone right now, I could tell you that my post this morning, okay, or this last month, without ads, I reached 50,000 people organically, okay, because I know how to use social media and it didn't cost me a cent. I spent 1,500 rand, $100 since the 1st of October when I launched my company on ads, okay. I made the amount is regardless, but I've made 100 times that back because Sorry, can you still hear me? I think my one
Yep.
headphone just went. Okay, cool. I know exactly how to use it, and the organic way to use it is the best way to do it because of the actual Facebook's algorithm. Okay, so at the end of the day, paper is powerless, but when dark walking, you still need to have a presentable portfolio. Okay, um, so there is still, you know, the advantages of having it, but why do the old way? It's obviously a massive gap in the market. There's obviously space for something else. Invest in social media, not marketing, but invest in the platform so you can learn how to market yourself. I'll give you a free tool, Skillshare. Skillshare. Invite me. I'll give you 2 months for free. And Skillshare, you literally type in how to market myself online. You'll never need to you won't need anything else, because it's a free online university where it teaches you how to market yourself or anything that you need. I learned to become a digital marketer. I used to wash boats. 5 months ago, I was on a boat in Costa Rica thinking about what am I going to do with my life. I'm sick of it. 10 years is enough. And then I invested in social media marketing. Someone told me, you can't make the kind of money you make on a boat on land. I doubled my actual chief officer salary in 2 days with a lucky post.
Wow.
Or after I've invested the money in 2 days. Tell me that's not true. I'm an Afrikaans boy from a farm. What do I know? Excuse me.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show that it's never too late to, try again, and change sort of your goals. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I've really found, talking to a lot of the people. I've also had Tristan from Super Yacht Captain online with us, and he's got over 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel now.
Yeah, actually, I had a look at his. Sorry to interrupt. I actually had a look at his videos the other day. Love his work. Absolutely love his work.
Yeah, and he's an absolutely amazing guy. He's a great guy. But even Unilad, which is out of the States, they're a large sort of platform, social media. They shared one of his videos just the other day as well. He's just going from strength to strength to strength. And he's definitely got a retirement plan going, because when he can no longer captain AWOL, and he decides to retire, well, he's got what he's got going on, and this is something that will take him far into the future. But that's because he started doing it at a younger, now, because it's like anything else. If you wait too long, the market's going to become oversaturated, and unless you've already built up sort of your following, it might be too late.
100% agree with you. There's a lot of yachties, mariners out there that, they don't see. They're all thinking about a way out, because when they join, excuse me, I'm just getting my headphones out because my Bluetooth ones died, but I'll continue. At any stage, if I'm unclear, please stop me. You know what? Everyone is looking for a way out, somehow, a retirement plan, a business plan, and then I have a lot of friends that have left the industry and they've now invested thousands, okay, of their capital that they've saved on, a business idea that they found online from someone else. There's no more original ideas. There's no original ideas. They're like, okay, cool, I'll start a yoga mat company out of, I don't know, sheep wool or something, something silly. And then they never launch. It takes them months to launch. It takes them some even a year to launch, and then they struggle. They struggle because what do they lack? Marketing, social media marketing. That's where everyone is. And like you said, Captain at AWOL, he's got an amazing platform. I absolutely love his work. Where's this thing now? This side. Okay. People don't use it for the right reasons, and that's what I try and teach them.
Well, I mean, it's definitely something that, you do see a lot of people coming off boats, and then what happens is that they're on land for a year or so, and then they decide that they need to go back to boats. Some of them, it's because they miss being on the boat, but others, of course, is because they can't make the same kind of money on land that they did on the boats.
I agree 100%. I mean, I literally had a flight booked back to Fort Lauderdale And then I got a phone call from a company in South Africa that I literally 9 months before that, I sent an email out to this company in Cape Town, asking, hey, do you guys perhaps need a yacht broker? Do you need a captain? I want to move back home, want to spend some more time with my family. 9 months later, they email me the day before I fly back to Fort Lauderdale, because I wasn't missing yachting. I had no other routes out. I was dreading it. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Crew agency, crew house. I mean, when is this ever going to stop, man? And then I canceled my flights. I did a month of this, and then yeah, cool. I was driving, 260-foot yachts in the Wooreen waterfront. My mates were all jealous, like, wow, dude, it looks amazing. I wish I could do that. And I thought to myself, I don't want to do it. It's not because it's because I've done yachting for 10 years. I wanted to do something else, and then I learned that if you focus, if you follow one course until successful, you cannot go wrong. And I am the walking example of anyone that can leave yachting, not having to go back. But if someone tells you I'm going back because I miss it, okay, you can believe that if you like. Maybe after 2 or 3 years in the industry, but after 5 or 6 years in the industry, they're going back because they missed the payday. Yeah. They missed the payday, but that's it. They dread that season when it starts. And I'm not speaking on behalf of everyone. I'm speaking on behalf of myself. I love the winter period. Absolutely love the winter period, because that's engaging. It's painting. It's varnishing. It's lovely. But working 16 hours a day in the sun, it gets old.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, to be honest, there is a sell-by date for a yachty as well. I mean, you're not going to be a 65-year-old Stu. There does come a stage where, unless, you could be a 65-year-old captain, male or female, no matter. But if you're going to be a deckhand or a stew or, in laundry, it's not going to happen. No. So there is definitely, and we just actually had an interview last night on Uncensored about the fact that there comes a point where you're going to have to transition out of boats onto shore. And people aren't really prepared for that, I don't think.
People aren't prepared for it because they've spent the last 5 or X amount of years thinking about what their career goals are for yachting, which is great. Which is really great. But in the back of their mind, it lingers. What am I going to do when I'm done? Do I really want to be a yacht captain? Do I really want to be a chief steward? Where do I go from being a chief steward? Do I become a yacht purser? Cool, great. It's awesome. What do I do after that? And believe me, I know that everyone in the industry, not everyone, but a lot of people in the industry are looking for a way out. They've saved their money. They are now thinking, what do I invest that money in? And I bet everyone the biggest and the most success in life to choose what they want to do and fully back that. Don't even think of going back on a boat, because as soon as you don't commit, you might as well not. That's my 10 cents on that. Because I did. I gave up everything. I just said, cool. And yes, I did. I spent 10 years on yachts. I made a lot of money, but I'll be blatantly honest about it. I didn't save. Did not save. I traveled. I enjoyed myself. I was a South African boy traveling the world, speak Spanish, I learned languages. I invested in, well, not invested, but I enjoyed my life because I knew one day I will know what I really want to do. One day I'll know what I really want to do, and then I will cross that bridge. And it worked out pretty good for me. And I had nothing. I'm telling you, I can be 100% honest with you. I did not save a cent. I spent over 6 million rand. Okay. I didn't save a cent. I partied it all out, but I loved it. I loved every single second of it. And now I'm making a chief officer's wage. And if my funnels are correct, I'll make it in a week. And everyone else can do that. They can.
Well, and that's something that is of concern. There are some crew that, do try to save. And unfortunately, I've just been involved in some conversations with some crew that were taken advantage of in the financial industry. Yeah. But a lot of crew do just tend to think, and maybe it's because of the age of most of the crew, because they're young and they don't understand that there's a future ahead of them and they need to plan for that future. But they do tend to party their money away and not set money aside for a rainy day.
You know what, that's, when I first started out, there was a chief officer back in Tahiti. He was like, your first year of yachting, you're not allowed to save anything. because you got to party it out, you got to travel, and I still back that. I honestly still back that because you're making this this income, and you don't pay for anything. People that are joining the industry don't physically understand the fact that you don't pay for anything. You pay for your liquor, you pay for your tobacco, and you pay for your parties and your travels.
Right.
The boats are only getting bigger, the jobs are only getting more, the crew aren't getting more, the crew aren't getting better education. That's my biggest concern, is the crew aren't getting the correct education for where they are in their careers. And I'm not going to start on that right now because I'll never stop.
Well, so if people want to get in touch with you, and what are the sort of things that you can do in helping people forward?
I call it the Ultimate Launch Crew Edition. Okay, if they want to get in touch with me, this is how it works. They send me a message through my Facebook page, got an automated message that says, hey, their personal names. I'm completely open about this because I'm not in it to make money. I'm here to deliver value. Okay. They send me a message. I asked them to send me their CVs, and they're like, well, I first have to edit it. I'm like, no, you don't need to edit it, mate, because after you sign up, you're gonna edit it anyway. I take my time. I read through their CV word for word, and I discover the transferable skills. I discover the faults in their CVs. Okay, the spelling mistakes. I copy everything and I put it in my pro account into Grammarly, and I send them a screenshot of where they lie. I show them this is probably why you're not getting a job, because you've got 16 or 80 spelling mistakes. Okay. I then help them create a more attractive resume by giving them access to my pro account for the programs that I use, that I invested in. They now have access to 50,000 templates. Okay. I have a one-on-one coaching session with them where I ask them solution-based questions, where they now start to understand, okay, cool, I never thought about it like that. Okay, that's why it doesn't work. Okay. Then I guide them through setting up an engagement-worthy resume. Okay, I help them choose a brand color. I help them design a logo for themselves, because they are initially their own brand. Okay, you are your own brand. It's not just for a yachting CV. It is for your personal, professional life that you're going to build one day. You want to start with your brand colors. I help them. I teach them how to use a computer, for an example, because I literally thought everyone was amazing with a computer, everyone with a Mac and a machine with it. Boy, was I wrong. People still don't know how to change a font, etc., etc. And it's so now I've designed an online university, which I will launch. It's already launched under my actual programs on the website, greenyachtcrewsolutions.com. Also just to the Facebook page. If you find me through there, go to my link. Everything is, all the information is on how I help people. But at the end of the day, what I do then, after you've created your brand, after you've created your resume, I then help you set up your Facebook profile. You don't stress. People keep the actual Facebook profile. I help them design a brand new one. Okay. But I bring their friends in, and their friends become followers, which then shows authority. Okay. And I literally just help them. I show them how they can engage with the rest of the world. I show them how I create an ad for them, or I give them the tools to create the ad. Okay. And the ad doesn't cost much. It costs 50 Rand or 250 Rand. You can do the conversion yourselves, and you will reach up to 2,000 to 3,000 people a week. With the correct campaign, you will be contacted, you will be complimented on your Facebook page, and you will get hired. That's
so
a nutshell.
You specialize in green stews then? Green crew.
I specialize in helping green crew, but the further I go down the venture, the further I realize I can help anyone. I can help a captain, I can help a chief officer, I can help a chief steward. I helped a couple, right? I helped a couple 2 weeks ago achieve exactly the goal that I told them I'll do for them. They both green, but they've got some experience. I can help them create a Facebook page, okay, the yacht couple. I did a Facebook cover, a mock-up for them with a professional back-to-back photo. I set the page up for them. They kind of rushed me into the launch. And I said, guys, do you think I got where I am in a week? Solution-based questions. They're like, no. Okay, cool. So don't rush it, but I'll show you. Even with a 60% completed page, I launched them. 3 interviews, 1 week.
Wow.
Okay? 3 interviews 1 week. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but references weren't in place. I knew the people that they required the references from. I messaged the people. They gave me the references. I sent them the references, and they believed in second chances. But my job was done. I helped them get interviews. Agents were contacting them. Done, and they're green. If you give me a chief officer, you give me a chief steward, you get them a job in a week, 2 weeks max.
So the thing is, you started off working with green specifically, but now you've realized that you have the tools to help anybody at any time.
Anybody, anytime. Doesn't even have to be yachting. But my strong points are yachting because I've got 10 years of yachting experience, etc., etc. Plus, I'm, if I'm allowed to, I'd quickly like to just announce something I'm launching a school as well in South Africa, an official school. I'm bringing Maritime MT from Malta. I'm bringing them to South Africa, and they're bringing me to South Africa, and we're going to open a facility within the next few months. And this will be a solution-based company, a maritime training facility. But for now, Green Yacht Crew Solutions is still the main aim, and I personally think it's, bring it on. Let's go. Let's find you a job.
Wonderful. Well, you know what? I want to say thank you very, very much for your time, Chad. I know that you're a busy man flying here and there all over the place.
Thank you very much for having the time to speak to me. And I'd love to, in the future, collaborate more, talk about anything. I'm a chattable person, as you can see. And I'd love to, I want to become a sensation for people that find work. I want to be the guy that helps people find work, not for money, for value, and for the gratification of actually assisting someone.
Well, you know what? You're more than welcome to send us any sort of tricks and tips, and we'd love to be able to air those and have them on our podcast and as well on YouTube, et cetera, just to help the crew, because I think it's definitely a valuable asset.
Thank you so much, Roy. I absolutely love your attitude. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, we look forward to hosting you again. This has been Chad from Green Yacht Crew Solutions. Stay tuned for more of what he's up to, because I'm sure we'll be having him back very shortly. You've been listening to another episode of Coffee and Conversation right here on Yachting International Radio. Tune in for more episodes.